welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marlene. Welcome to my channel, bitch. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell right next to it so you get notified every time I upload a brand new video. A brand new video. As you guys read by the title, today I'm gonna be revealing a cameraman, aka my boyfriend. I know you guys have been waiting for this video and I'm very excited. I know some of you guys already know who he is because y'all were doing your little FBI investigation. But today is the day that you guys are gonna meet him. So, drum roll please.
Televisa presenta.
¡Que pase el novio!
I brought you something.
You did? Ooh, thank you.
Glass of wine.
Okay, guys, so this is my boyfriend. You want to introduce yourself to him?
So my name's Cameraman. First name Camera, last name Man. My name's Oscar, and yeah.
You're like, yeah. Oh my god, you guys, I can't believe you guys are finally meeting him. I'm kind of shy, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm like literally like shy vibes, like if I'm barely meeting him. But we're just gonna tell you guys how we met. Okay, so the way we met, it was back in March, and it was actually because I was having a conversation with my mom, and I had told her that I was interested in buying a house, and I had no idea, no clue how to do that. That topic is kind of scary, so I was like, Mom, you need to connect me with your people, because somehow moms be knowing everything, you know? So she was like, okay, I know this realtor, shout out to Ambrosio, by the way. And she was like, I know this realtor and he can explain to you like the process, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay, perfect. So she basically set up the date and she just told me to show up with her that day. So the date came and it was back in March of 2021.
Yo, but it's crazy though, because the day that it was set up, Ambrosio had texted me. He's like, yo, can you meet on Wednesday with a client or Tuesday? And I told him I can't. Like, I had a podcast going on that day. But yeah, I was about to not show up. Or at least I wasn't able to go. And, you know, luckily Ambrosio was able to reschedule. And, you know, that's how we met.
Yeah, and then, so I go to the meeting, right? I was just expecting Ambrosio to be there. And I had my mom next to me, so I was like, you know, like chilling, like not nervous. I was like, Ambrosio's gonna explain to me. And my mom's cool with him. So I go into the room and I see Ambrosio sitting down, and then I see him next to Ambrosio, like, all serious vibes. And I was like, I walk in like, hey, how you doing? All nervous, cause like, I don't know, I just felt like intimidated because it was like two of them, and then it was just me, like little me, like trying to figure out how to buy a house. So we sit down, and then my mom's like next to me, and then they start to explain to me the whole process. And basically, what happened after? What? Why are you laughing?
Nah, I just remember you sitting down.
Yeah, so we were just sitting down, and he was explaining to me like how the whole process of it.
Well, it was like a 2-hour meeting, and I mean, usually they go, you know, about an hour, sometimes 2 hours, and you know, this was that one time where it took about 2 hours. But I would say about 1 hour of it was informing, you know, Marlene as far as what it takes to purchase a home, and the other hour was her mom and Marlene sharing their story, which, I mean, I'm all for it. I always love hearing everyone's story, and that's like how I really started or that's how I got to know who Marlene and her mom was, or who they were. And I mean, their story was badass. You know, their story was real cool to hear that her mom, you know, came up the way she did, and then hearing Marlene's story, the way that, you know, she manifested everything that she has right now. And
I'm like,
it was
oh,
cool.
cutie.
It was a cool story, and it was very unique. I mean, especially because they're girls. You don't really hear too many female bosses out there, or at least you see them out there, but you don't hear their story as much. And I was able to hear it from them. That's how I got to know her. But after that, like,
It was
to
just
me,
like
it was
a
just
little
a client.
glimpse.
Yeah, to me, it was a client, and it was all professional. You know, it's always going to be all respect, and at the end of the day, I mean, it was a client, so I didn't think anything.
So him saying all professional, you guys can only imagine how he was, right? He was all suited up. Wait, were you wearing a suit? He was wearing a coat, but he was like all serious vibes, and I feel like it took like it was 2 hours because my mom kept talking and talking and talking, and I was seeing how like he was really busy, and we were like trying to cut the conversation already. But you know, señoras be like saying bye like 20 times.
We actually did say bye
like 20 times.
a couple of times, and
I was
we still
like,
kept
Mom,
it going.
there.
But it was cool, like her mom, the way she was telling us how she got her house, and you know how she's still running her business, or how she started her business. I mean, just to give you guys a little glimpse of what I heard that day.
Like what happened in that meeting.
Yeah, like basically like how I fell in love with her. To me it was badass when she told me that she would work at Chase before from 9 to 5, and after Chase from like 6 to like midnight she would just work on content. And that's the life of an entrepreneur. Like, you gotta do things that, you know, others don't, which is as soon as you clock out of the 9 to 5, you go home and work on your craft. And
Period.
that was badass, because, you know, it's relatable. I mean, as an entrepreneur, you do go through a lot of that, and it's a journey that a lot of people share as an entrepreneur.
So if you need a sign, girl, go get that bag. So then after that meeting, we called it a day, and then nothing happened really after that. I went home, he went home. It was just cool, right?
Well, I went back to the office.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I went home and he went back to the office. And then like a few days after, he slid in the DMs. Well, actually, hold on. Let me like bring it back a little. Actually, during the meeting, he had given me his number because he sent me his business card, which I was kind of a little sus. Like, I was like, that's kind of sus, because he gave me his business card, but he still wanted to text me his business card. So I was like, that's cute, you know? He got my number, and then when I went home, he texted me. What did you text me?
I just texted her my business card, and...
Oh, and I texted him back saying, thank you so much. And
no,
then
you said, thank you, SM.
Okay, thank you, SM. No happy face, no emoji, no nothing. And then after he texted me,
I replied, I can't wait for you to continue blowing up, or something like that. And she just liked it. So
I don't think I liked it, babe.
Oh yeah, you didn't. I questioned it actually.
Well, then like after.
Yeah.
Yeah, after that I didn't reply to him because I was just like, well, I don't know. We never really thought anything of it.
Well, I didn't like. All right, like I didn't expect the reply. To me, again, it was a client.
Yeah, and he wasn't like even trying to get at me or anything, and I wasn't even trying to get at him either. Like, it was just like business stuff, you know. Yeah. So then after a few days after that, he slid in the DMs, respectfully, of course, and he said, "What did you say?" Not me forgetting everything.
I was pretty strategic actually. So
I'm like, so ladies, was he trying to get at me or was he not trying to get at me?
Nah, I wasn't because I didn't want to lose her as a client.
Okay, period.
To me, it was all professional.
He said he DM'd me on a Saturday because he said that he figured that I would get a lot of messages, so on Saturdays he's slow, so he was just gonna like slide in for me to see it, which I did see it, and I replied hours after, and I followed him back because he was just being supportive, you know? Oh, because he actually slid in saying that he had like subscribed to all my pages, so I was like, oh, that's so cute, you know? Like, that's nice of him. Not cute. I was like, that's nice of him, so I followed back.
So I DM'd her and she replied. I forgot what she replied, but I didn't reply because again, it was all professional. So a couple months after, she posted a story and she was like going off on herself and just like basically saying like, oh, this and that. And
but it was because my foot was fractured.
She was basically saying that she was going, like that there was a lot of bad things or something
happening to me.
And I was like, yo, go easy on yourself.
Yeah, he like slid up on one of my stories and he was like, go easy on yourself. I think I just said like, what did I say? I said something, and then from there we just had a conversation about how he had fractured something when he was young too, and how he just kept going, and it was just like a small conversation that we had. And then from then we stopped again, huh?
Yeah, so we were talking about how I fractured my hips when I was in middle school and how it was tough. So that way she can, it's common, right, to go through injuries. Like I went through it. I mean, mine was pretty severe. I had two hips fractured, and it was bad, but I went through it and it was cool after. So I just told her that, you know, to
not be too harsh on myself.
Yeah, just enjoy the journey and embrace whatever you got going.
Which I did, because if you guys know, you know, like I was out and about with my foot fractured. I didn't care. I was like, girl, let's go out, let's go drink, let's go do this. I would literally walk in like into bars with my crutches and people would look at me like weird, and I'm like, I don't care, girl, I'm here to have fun. But after that, after like the whole like talk that we had through DM, we stopped talking. Oh no, he didn't reply to me. He left me undelivered, ladies, for 2 months. Which at the time I didn't really like see it as, oh my god, he's leaving me undelivered, because it was still nothing like that. Like it was just like a casual conversation that we were having, and he just left me undelivered, and I was like, I didn't even notice, to be honest.
I mean, I was just busy. Like during that time, I was starting the team, opening up a branch, and to me it was I was just overwhelmed with a lot of stuff. And even though again she was a client, it was at that time I was just going through a lot with just work, you know, and the team that I got behind me, and I was just prioritizing a lot on the team and my clients, of course. And even though she was a client, I was, you know, I had some conversations with her through DM, and they weren't flirty at all. It was more of a just, I guess, keeping in contact with my client the way I saw it. It was building rapport, and which is important, you know, as a business owner, you should always build rapport with your clients, respectfully, of course. And I don't think I said anything that would make you feel uncomfortable, like as far as like, you know, like getting flirty with you.
You never did. It was just like, I guess, friendly.
Yeah, so like to me, it was just a friend, getting to know each other on a little bit on a personal level. But again, to me, it was more of like, yo, that's my client, and that's it. But September, around my birthday, I responded to her.
He finally responded back.
I responded to her, and I forgot what I said, but
he like basically responded to the last thing I said.
Yeah.
It was kind of like those messages, if you guys see on Twitter, where it's like, oh dude, I fell asleep and I just woke up type of thing. Like 2 months after, right? You like replied back to something I had said, and I wasn't going to reply. But I saw that it was his birthday. So then I was like, oh my god, that'd be so messed up if I don't reply and say happy birthday, you know? So when he replied, I actually replied back and I said, oh, happy birthday, BTW, by the way. From there, like, we just started talking. Still not flirting.
Yeah, so I would say I did get a little flirty, maybe like at the end of it.
By the end of September?
By the end of September, I was like...
Yeah, he was like shooting his shot already.
I was like fadeaway 3. It wasn't real flirty. So she fractured her foot, and she did it with one of those scooters. So I had playfully mentioned like, yo, like once you get better, you know, maybe you could like teach me how to ride a scooter or something. But I said it like jokingly because you know, she obviously doesn't know how to ride a scooter.
And I was like, no. I'm like, I should be the person.
But she did say she was down. I told her in the city I live in, like, there's a lot of them.
I said I was down, but you know when you say you're down, but like you're not really down, but you're still down? That was my I'm down type of way of saying like, okay, yeah, maybe one day I can try to teach you how to ride one.
So that's when I knew. I was like, all right, she's I was like, yo.
She's what? Say it.
She's down. I just told her like, oh, well, you know, maybe I could show you around the city since you don't, because she says she's not familiar with the city. And yeah, she was like,
knows all the spots.
I know, right?
I'm like, I just said that so you could be like, I'll show you around. No, but then after that, I guess we kind of planned.
Yeah, so we kept trying to plan like, oh, let's go this weekend.
Yeah, like let's go out this weekend.
But then she had an event and she's like, what about next weekend?
Well, actually, I was still in crutches.
Oh, that's right. But she was still down though.
Yeah, I was still down because I was already out and about, and I was like, dude, if I tell him no, like he's gonna see my stories and he's gonna be like, bro, like you're going to bars and like, you know, like he's gonna be like, oh, she's not down. So I was down, but then I was kind of embarrassed because I was still in crutches. So then I told him like, oh, if you don't mind, and you were like, oh no, I don't mind.
Well, yeah, you know, it took me back to when I had crutches, and I was like, cool, like I know what it's like to be on crutches, so I'm down, but
right.
I mean, it just worked out perfectly in a way.
And then things started coming up, like I was getting busy, and then when I wasn't busy, he was busy, and we just postponed it for like, I would say a whole month. Yeah,
so it wasn't until October that we finally, our schedules aligned, and we were able to go out.
Well, I kind of slid back in the DMs too. Because there was like, I think our last DM, like I hadn't replied for like a week.
A couple days.
Uh-huh. You had asked me, what about this Friday? And I replied till the following Monday.
Yes. Yeah. So pretty much there was just delay after delay, and yeah, it worked out perfectly. Like our schedules just ended up aligning to the beginning of October.
That's how October 8th happened. But tell them what I told you when we were talking in the like through DM, when you were like, "Oh, when are you busy?"
So I asked her when she was available, and she said, "Oh, during the week, mostly." And I said, "Oh, I'm available weekends mostly." And she's like, "Oh, well."
I'm busy weekends.
Yeah, I told her, well, I'm like, does Friday count as a weekday? And she's like, nah, it's a weekend. And I was like, all right, well, what about this Friday though? So I still managed to, you know, get her on a Friday.
But I was just trying to see how like persistent he was, you know? You just gotta be, you know, girls, like you just gotta sometimes play hard to get. So, I mean, I was free during weekends, but I told him I was busy weekends to see if he was gonna make time for me during. But then I was like, you know what, like Marlene, cut the BS, Marlene. Like, just go out with him on a Friday.
So we went out Friday, and that was actually a real good day too.
It was.
We had dinner, and then it was actually one of my friend's birthday the day before, and like it was something that was unexpected as far as like the night. We ended up going out to a club in Costa Mesa, and then after that, like that club got shut down. And
then we went to another club.
Yeah, we went to another club.
Another club, plane, another club.
But it was cool. It was cool. Like it was dinner, and then we went out with, you know, a couple of my not only friends but like coworkers.
Dude, that night I met his brother, and I was like super shy vibes. He was like, yeah, my brother's gonna be there, and I'm like, what? Your brother's gonna be there? I'm like, that's scary vibes.
My sister was gonna go too, but she I don't know why she didn't go. I forgot.
Dude, scary.
Yeah, but
well, I mean, because it was the first date, so I was like, oh my god, like I'm just like, hi.
But it was a vibe though. Like she vibed with everyone.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it was cool. Like,
yeah, they were all nice.
It was one of those dates where it just went perfect.
Oh, cutie. I went to sleep super happy. I was like, oh my god. Well, like super tired, but like super happy. I was like, oh my god, I didn't expect it to be this good.
Me either, actually.
Really?
Well, I'm telling you, it was like unexpected.
Oh.
Like dinner was cool and everything, but then after the fact, like if it would have ended at dinner, it would have still been perfect. But like the fact that we kept it going and it was still perfect. Like,
dude, it was funny because he asked me like after dinner. It was Friday night, and I mean I didn't expect anything of it either. Like I expected us to have dinner and then he was gonna drop me off, you know, typical date. And then he was actually like, hey, some of my friends are out. What did you say?
I'm like, have you ever been to Mesa?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's where we went. And she's like, yeah, once. But she thought I meant Costa Mesa. And then we get to the club and she's like, I've never been here before. And she's like, I thought you meant Costa Mesa. And I'm like, nah, it's Mesa.
But basically he asked me if I wanted to go out. And right away I said, I'm down. I was like, you're asking me if I want to go out? I'm like, of course I want to go out. So we went out and yeah, we had a great time. But yeah, guys, that's how we met. That's our little story. So now you guys are informed about how I met this cutie pie. That makes me so happy. And I'm sure you guys, I mean, you guys always show your love in the comments, but I was gonna say, like, I'm sure you guys love him too. Anything you want to add on?
Well, I did see some of the comments on the...
Bestie, he's always keeping up with you guys.
Actually, I see all the comments. Like, why am I saying some? I saw the comments that a lot of you guys left on the day I asked her to be my girlfriend. And those were really nice comments that you guys left. And just want to say I appreciate you guys for always supporting MarleneDizzle, and she really...
Oh, babe. You're gonna make me cry.
You know, she really loves you guys. She always talks about how, you know, you guys are not subscribers, you guys are supporters. And...
Babe, you're gonna make me cry. I'm gonna cheat on that guy. I'm sorry, besties. Oh my god. I'm like, maybe it's the wine, maybe it's Maybelline.
When I just wanted to, you know, let you guys know that not only does Marlene appreciate you guys, but so do I. You know, keep leaving your nice comments. You know, I do see a couple bad comments now and then, but not too many, so that's good.
I'm like, we block those people because no negativity in this channel. Yeah. Okay guys, so that was our story. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed meeting my boyfriend Oscar. I'm so happy that you guys finally know who he is. If you guys did enjoy this video, do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Hey. Cutie.